Greetings, everyone. This week was busy, which inspired the Siddhi of the week. Breathe, relax, be in the attitude of taking this wonderful class. JivaTay. I know the translators need time to set up, so it's okay. I'll just talk and they'll join when they can. So, a bit in the field of Anashrita and Riktaradi. JivaTay is a Siddhi, which means the events of life happen. Quite often I have taught the difference between Jiva and Ayus. Many seminars, many videos before, but I never know when someone will just be new and start. So I'll give a little parenthesis on the difference between Jiva and Ayus. Ayus means life in terms of a resource, life energy, the components that give life inside, life as a substance, okay, an energy, an agglomerate, an abstract that is subjectively tangible, whatever paradox is that. Jiva is life in the sense of the series of events that the consecutive events. Okay, what do you do for a living? They don't want to know if you have electricity in your body. They want to know what's your job. What do you do? Okay, so that's Jiva is life in that sense. Like how's life? They don't ask you how much energy you have in your batteries. Sometimes they might, but they're actually asking how's life? Are the events happening to your taste? Okay, so Jiva is life in we're alive, but we're alive in this world. We're alive, and stuff happens. Okay, so life has life events. Okay, so it's good to just know the difference between Ayus and Jiva. JivaTay, almost like the way Raven wrote it, Jivatay. Tai is just with a Y instead of a I. But JivaTay is the flow of these events. Okay. There is a natural denial somewhere inside us, conscious or subconscious, mostly subconscious. A denial that says, but I don't want that to happen. Okay? And this resistance to the flow of life, it makes us say, oh, no, not again. Like you see a phone call, oh, shit, they can't stop bugging me. Someone knocks at your door, who's that again? You know, it causes us to not want something to happen. But on a very light level, it shows more during dramatic events. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You know, this kind of, I can't accept that this happens. Okay? JivaTay reminds us that stuff happens. But more than that, it makes us feel that we're following the flow. Just follow the flow. So when I was talking of Anashrita, let that shit go. Let the drama go. Let the drama fall. And Riktaradi, Nothing's perfect, like the emptiness of perfection. It's not always going to happen the way you want. We lose energy in resisting at not that again, or I don't want to be disturbed, but the disturbance happens anyway, or the events happen anyway. We don't want it, and there's an amount of energy inside that says, no, we don't want that. We're denying it, and the event is still happening anyway. Okay. So it's wiser to manage it responsibly than to deny the fact that it's happening. Of course, most of the time we're not denying, but we're still opposing a resistance. That resistance is a denial, just not to the point to ignore it's happening, or sometimes we can ignore a phone call, but it's hard to ignore all the things that happen in our life that we don't really feel like. Lately, I have pressure in various ways. Nothing dramatic, but pressure. And I feel too much pressure. And the water pipes break in my apartment. But this is the third time that one breaks yesterday. Third time in a month. And it causes damage to the apartment. We're looking for repair guys to come and repair it. So it's an example of, I feel that I'm resisting that flow. So I say, let's teach about that. Not wanting to have pressure won't make the pressure go away. Okay? Taking things less seriously will help, but you still must take things responsibly. Okay? So JivaTay is the attitude of just flowing with the events of life. But it doesn't mean not caring about what happens. It is not a indifferent, whatever. I'll just go with it, but whatever. There was a funny expression I learned in the Spanish language yesterday. A mí plim means, for me, whatever, I don't care. Or it doesn't affect me. It's kind of a funny, a mí plim. It means nothing, plim. It just means bling, like magic. It's like it disappears. And it's a way to deal with the bullshit, but we have to be careful not to be in this irresponsible indifference. Do you understand what I mean? JivaTay is not to, like, whatever happens, I don't care. It's not that. It's to release this constant subconscious denial that says, oh no, I don't want to. It's like, okay, I will accept that life events flow. You see, last week's Siddhi was super awesome, revealing, almost metaphysical. It can't always be one of those wonderful cities. Now, this city says, all right, okay. Yeah, there is a lot of fun stuff in life. That there's some bullshit sometimes, and okay. So what's the next thing? Okay. So now don't worry. The Siddhi JivaTay will not manifest life events. It won't. Life events are already manifesting. Okay. And if you think there's not enough excitement in your life, just go and produce it. Okay, you don't need a mantra to manifest that. JivaTay will let you enter the flow of your karma, of this causality. Well, actually, the three influences on what manifests life event, which is karma, dharma, and prakti. Let's do a blurb on those. Karma, cause and effect. Like, there are things happening in your life that you put yourself in that situation. Okay? There's problems at work. You're the one that went to work. Now, the karma of not going to work is probably worst. So go to work, okay? JivaTay, just flow with it, okay? Deal with the things one thing at a time as you can. Be responsible, be honest, and productive, and focused, and do your best, but care also about your emotional state in there, okay? Karma is you put yourself in that situation, okay? You manifested it through your choices of life, and sometimes through the mystical karma, like things come back to you through a mystical way. And yes, I do believe that. But karma is mostly you made choices, and you don't need to be spiritually inclined to understand that when you make choices, there are consequences. Fun consequences most of the time, sometimes bad consequences. But it happens, okay? So that's karma. It's not necessarily the mystical energy that comes back to you. It's really grounded and down to earth karma. It's also the metaphysical stuff. Yes. Dharma, life lessons. This is more mystical. It's the life lessons you chose. It's hard to see if you really chose it. Sometimes there's dharma you didn't choose, but it's dharma anyway. It's the wisdom you gain from these experiences. The pressure of dharma will bring lessons for you to understand stuff. Okay? That's dharma. And prakti is shakti in nature. Prakti. It's the natural version of the higher consciousness, shakti. And the prakti is we're born, we grow, we have a prime, we decay, we get old, and we die. Okay? So it's not your karma if you're aging and if your muscles are aching. That's not karma. It's prakti. Unless you were too hard on your body, then it's karma, okay? But it's normal to get to a point where it happens, okay? You'll get older. Young people don't have to take care about this right now, but be mindful not to do karmic choices like that would damage your body. I'll take an example that I was exposed to recently. Not for me, but others commented. Super proud athletes 20 years ago, 10 years ago, they could lift 200 pounds on their shoulders, 100 kilo, and do squats 100 times in a row. Super performance, big muscle and everything. And they're 4 years old today and they can't walk. They need to use medicine to remove the pain because their muscles could grow and take the pressure, but not their knees. Okay. So there's a thing like 10, 20 years ago, they didn't tell you about the health of your cartilage when you trained. So people train like crazy and actually it shortened their lifespan, it shortened their functionality of 20 years of their life, So that's kind of damage to your body is not prakti, that's karma. That's your choices that did that, okay? But inevitably, eventually, something will happen in your body, okay? Another example, I have a sensitive liver. That's not prakti. That's karma. That's drinking too much, too intense for 30 years. Okay. Not too often, but when I drank, I did. Okay. So that's karma. And I accept it. Okay, I'll be cool and I won't give too much sugar to my body and too much alcohol. And I care for myself, but I have to accept that this is my responsibility. Okay, so going back, hopefully you understand karma, dharma, and prakti, but it's not essential to master. Just get an idea. Now that we've spoken of this, going back to JivaTay, it doesn't matter what caused the current state of things, but this is the current state of things. Responsibly, what can I do to make it better? That's cool. Take responsibility, that's cool. But instead of resisting to the event, flow with it. Say, okay, this is the next thing that I can do. It's really a mental and emotional state of this is the next thing to come. Has a benefit, that too shall pass. You have a hard moment, that too shall pass. You have a happy, joyful moment, you're super glad, that too shall pass. You'll go back to your central state eventually. Okay. Everything that happens in your life that gets you emotionally above or below your average, you'll go back to your average. And a wise way to live, to find peace in life, is to make sure that your average is just slight happiness, like just above pure boredom. Okay, just slightly happy, like, okay, I take things as they are. Right? That's a lot of information. Yeah. So let's practice for a minute. You breathe. And just make contact with this subconscious resistance of, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be troubled. Take a deep breath in it and relax that. Relax that resistance. And now you go into a state, the things that happen. Flow with it. Enter the flow of the events that happen. Then you do the best that you have with the cards you've been dealt. You do the best you can with the cards you've been dealt. And you accept the flow. This is the flow. This is what happens. This is what's going on now. JivaTay. This is where I'm at in life. This is where it's heading. JivaTay. And if I can change it responsibly, I will. If I want to. If I can't, that resistance is useless. So, JivaTay. So, it doesn't mean that you'll become at peace with the negative events of your life. It means that you will quicker progress to the state of integrating it. Instead of just, no, I don't want that to happen, but it's happening. It's too late. JivaTay. JivaTay. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. A bit of anashrita, and let the drama go. JivaTay. And a bit of riktaradi, yeah. Perfection is empty. There's nothing will be perfect. JivaTay. Just flow with it. Just take it as it is. Go with it. JivaTay. Doing your best with the means you have to find peace. And sometimes joy, but mostly peace in your life. JivaTay. Now look, in your abdomen, are there muscles that are tightening? Subtly. Take a deep breath and see. You can also put your hands on your abdomen. You feel like tension in the muscles. That's your subconscious resistance to events that says, no, I don't want to do the Siddhi. Okay? Embrace it, integrate it, accept it. It's okay. Resisting an event doesn't do anything about it except cause you stress and pressure. Embracing the event still keeps you in a state where you could change it if you can. It preserves your responsibility, your ability to address the subject. Face it. JivaTay. JivaTay. Just flow with it. So the first few times you practice JivaTay, your resistance might rise. That's normal. You're doing a Siddhi that goes to the contrary of anything inside you that is used to feel aggressed by the outside or by yourself, you know. JivaTay. Yeah. Let's take it as it is. Can I do something about it? Okay, yes. If no, then, all right. Anashrita. let the drama go. Suffer through it. If you can change something, do I want to invest the energy to change it? JivaTay. Can I? Yeah, maybe I should. Okay, I will. If that resistance to events softens as you practice, you'll dispose of more energy to actually produce the change, either through actions or manifestation. Don't fantasy dream about manifesting changes. Work on it, but don't dream on it. Mostly do physical actions and try to set things right the best you can. It's life. JivaTay. JivaTay. Breathing, sometimes deeply, but most of the time softly. Wow, this is interesting. I'm teaching you this and I can feel the impact. It's normal that the resistance rises. It's just trying to find a way out. JivaTay is working. Learning to flow with life. Flow with life. Many dreams we have are also resistances to the current state of things. I dream to be rich. Work on it if you can. Work to produce it. But don't dream a fantasy that might not happen. Do your best and work on it if it's what you want. I want to be healthy. Do what you can to be healthy. Good food, a bit of cardio. Sometimes I'm cooking and on my counter I do half push-ups. I'm just 45 degrees on my counter, just doing half push-ups. Because I'm just waiting for the food to cook. So it's easier than doing full push-ups. So I just do a bunch of half push-ups. I'm here doing that, just waiting for the thing he's cooking. I'll do that. There's a few exercises you can do on using your counter to help you. This is an example. If you want to be healthy, you do little things here and there all the time. But if health is impossible, if it won't come, if age caught on you, if you have to live with your karmic choices of your 20s, abuses of alcohol, drugs, sports, any abuse, JivaTay, just accept the things as they are and work on it, but flow. The thing is the flow. The Thai part is super important. It's a flow, it's liquid. It's very apsa oriented. JivaTay. Life is flowing like a mechanics of fluids with moments of pressure and release. mechanics of fluids, waves. Okay. That's how it is, JivaTay. Now, some things are scary, or sometimes we just want to be prudent about the future. Take care of it responsibly. But the resistance, I don't want bad shit to happen. That's a waste of energy. We'll see what happens. Let's do our best. JivaTay, just flow with life and see what happens. Do your best. JivaTay. All right, that was a nice simple class. And I wish you a good day, a good week. Practice once in a while. Do your Siddhi, 5 minutes every day if you can. 20 is ideal to grow in a Siddhi, but 5 minutes is the minimum to follow class to class in this year's program. Okay? And usually spend more times on a Siddhi that you really like. But if you want to follow class by class, a few minutes per day, just, get the wisdom of it. You'll have revelations. It'll be fun. Peace.